About, is she talking rubbish or should I really go home and start thinking about what it is I'd like to do before it's too late? Every journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step, and my step was to walk into the Arts Council and sing a song I learned at home by the fire without any players, because sadly I have not yet mastered how to play an instrument. And the simple change that I made that started me on this journey was changing my email address from Dr. Helen McNamara to Helen O'Shea Music. So putting the word music in my email address was the first thing I did. So just make a small little step. And it's all very fine for me to stand here today with 2 bands and 2 records and all this wonderful stuff happening, a hugely supportive family. But I didn't know any of that was in my future. I can see all that in the rear view mirror. So you just got to take the little step and the little step and the little step and find somebody who will support you. Give yourselves a big round of applause for listening to that. And now you're relieved to know that you don't have to listen to me talking anymore, because I'm going to pass it over now to the adjective-ridden David Vargo. So let me tell you how Dave and I met. Dave belongs to a number of organisations that do good things for other people, even though in his very full, I would say, complete bio that he provided, which you can find on the event page for today, you can find all the links of all the songwriters. He doesn't make a big deal about the stuff that he does for other people. It's not mentioned in his bio at all. And I heard of this wonderful organisation called Musicians on a Mission, and got to know Dave, which was a great time in my life. And then Dave and myself and Gary went off down to Cape May on a little adventure a couple of years ago, and we had great crack down there. But to give you an idea of who Dave is as a person, I was supposed to go to Musicians on a Mission and sing, I think it was songs beginning with J or something, I can't remember what the theme was, but the person who was supposed to accompany me couldn't come. So I went to look at and see who else was on the list to sing that day, and I found, okay, this guy can sing and play guitar. I didn't know who he was, I'd never heard of him. So I sent him an email, I said, listen, the guy who's playing with me can't come. Is there any chance that you'd play with me? And he had no idea who I was. I could have been some crazy person. And he was like, okay, send me the songs you'd like to sing, and we'll rehearse in the back storage cupboard of Espresso Joe's right before you sing. And I was like, oh my goodness, I really didn't expect him to answer me at all. I was ready to go down the list, and he was the first one that I'd approached. And we got there. Hi, I'm Dave Vargo, let's go in the storage cupboard. I said, fine, no problem. The 2 of us are in there in this little space that is like the size of where the microphone is, and the guitar is like hitting the door, and he's getting more mad because the guitar is hitting the door, and I'm like, oh my God, this is not going well. And we performed together for the first time, and ever since then, I've tried to involve Dave in every hear-em, scare-em scheme that I've come up with, and so far he's said yes to everything. But the reason why I got to know Dave Vargo was because of his incredible kindness. So please give him a big round of applause.
I was going to tell the story that we met in prison. So,
those country songwriters, it always has to be bigger than it actually is. Prison, for God's sake. Johnny Cash covered that one. Find a new theme.
Paul, don't worry. We were just doing music back in the cupboard. They gave me a look. I said, oh.
I was terrified.
So was I. I'm going to do I'm not a political person, and I seldom write songs that have any kind of social commentary in them. But the last song did, and so does this one. It's called In Between.